Hi, boys and girls. So, in our poetry yesterday, we talked about using our five senses. And I showed you how to make a poem about baking cookies. And I talked about how I could smell certain things and taste certain things and hear certain things while I was baking cookies. And you wrote yours about popcorn, right? So today we're going to do the final page that I also sent you yesterday in your parents' email. I sent them both. So you had the planning page yesterday, and then today we're going to turn it into the actual poem. So poetry, some has rules and some doesn't. So this one, it doesn't really have a poem. We're just practicing using good sensory language. And that means using our five senses to describe something. Okay, so I wrote a title for mine up at the top called Delicious Cookies, and I am the poet here, not the author, right? I'm the poet. So it says Mrs. Kimmel. And there is a spot right here for you to do an illustration. I haven't done it yet, though, but you guys do better illustrations than I do anyway. So I went through and looked at my five senses and just kind of wrote it out, kind of like a story, kind of like the order of how you would bake cookies anyway. And so yours could be in the order of how you would pop popcorn, but still using those good sensory words and language in your writing. So first I started with time to make cookies. And then I added one of the sound word, or one of the five senses words. I said, I hear the mixer mixing to make fluffy dough. Now, fluffy dough was something that I saw with my eyes, so I just added it to this sentence right here. I kind of combined the hear and the see together, okay? And then it says, pop them in the oven, smell them, bake. Okay, so I'm kind of describing what's happening next. I put them in the oven and I can smell them bake. Beep, time to eat. So the beep is another one of those senses. I heard the oven beep, so I added it right here in this part of my poem. Time to eat. So now I'm getting ready to talk about what they taste like. But I threw in another see right here. I see the melted chocolate as I eat the soft, gooey sweetness. Now, gooey was one of my feel words, so I kind of put it in here with how it tastes when I eat it. Now, there's no rules. Just try to put in some of your five senses language when you describe making and eating popcorn in your poem. It doesn't have to rhyme. That doesn't make it a poem, okay? Using sensory language to describe something, it can still be a poem, okay? So let's kind of see what you come up with and a nice illustration to go with yours, right? Mine's about cookies, but yours is about popcorn.